Jesus heals a demon-possessed boy in the book of Mark. And he says this, "At the foot of the mountain they found a great crowd surrounding the other disciples, and some teachers of religious law were arguing with them. The crowd watched Jesus in awe as he came toward them, and they ran to greet him. 'What is all this arguing about?' he asked. One of the men in the crowd spoke up and said, 'Teacher, I brought my son for you to heal him. He can't speak because he is possessed by an evil spirit that won't let him talk. And whenever this evil spirit seizes him, it throws him violently to the ground and makes him foam at the mouth and grinds his teeth and become rigid. So I asked your disciples to cast out the evil spirit, but they couldn't do it.' Jesus said to them, 'You faithless people, how long must I be with you until you believe? How long must I put up with you? Bring the boy to me.' So they brought the boy. But the evil spirit saw Jesus. It threw him into a violent convulsion, and he fell to the ground, writhing and foaming at the mouth. 'How long has this been happening?' Jesus asked the boy's father. He replied, 'Since he was very small. The evil spirit often makes him fall into the fire or into water, trying to kill him. Have mercy on us and help us. Do something if you can.' 'What do you mean, if I can?' Jesus asked. 'Anything is possible if a person believes.' The father instantly replied, 'I do believe, but help my unbelief.' When Jesus saw that the crowd of onlookers was growing, he rebuked the evil spirit. 'Spirit of deafness and muteness,' he said, 'I command you to come out of this child and never enter him again.' Then the spirit screamed and threw the boy into another violent convulsion and left him. The boy lay there motionless, but he appeared to be dead. A murmur ran through the crowd, 'He's dead.' But Jesus took him by the hand and helped him to his feet, and he stood up. Afterward, when Jesus was alone in the house with his disciples, they asked him, 'Why couldn't we cast out that evil spirit?' Jesus replied, 'This kind can only be cast out by prayer and fasting.'" What's amazing about this story is it happens right after Jesus is on the Mount of Transfiguration, right after there's an amazing encounter with God in the glory. Right after that, they come and are in contact with Satan possessing someone, with the hardships of life. And that's true for our lives. Sometimes right after the moments where we're on the mountaintop experience with the Lord, we come down and we're faced with the reality of life. We're faced with trials, temptations, and tests. And God is with us just as much on the mountain as he's with us through the hardships. This story teaches us that Jesus has authority over all evil, over the unclean spirits, over all demons, because Jesus is the King of Kings. We also see that we can bring our doubts to God, because the man said, I believe, but help my unbelief. And Jesus answered that prayer, even though it was only faith like a mustard seed.